In the worldwide internet, more digital media is now created every hour than all digital media created between the -19th century BCE and the 19th century CE combined. More than 500 hours of video is uploaded to YouTube every minute in dozens of various categories: sports, animals, video games, music videos, entertainments, foods, travels, and for those brave enough to traverse into the darkest corners of the site, paranormals. These are the Paranormals. Babies. No matter the species from which one may hail, babies are nearly universally recognized as the worst and least efficient members of any society. Unable to demonstrate even basic skill sets, babies frequently get in the way of jobs, activities, and healthy marriage relationships. Technology has helped babies become less of a burden over the years, but I must again point out that all of this work is being done by adults, and babies reap the benefits alone, without significant contribution. Has one of these developed technologies, the baby monitor, also become a popular way for new parents, in many cases already extremely overtired and anxious with the sudden responsibilities of keeping a living baby precisely that way, to project their fears and insecurities onto a visual medium that they know little to nothing about, allowing these anxieties to develop into the complex, nonsensical, non-sequitorial grasping at straws that some claim to see displayed in many such videos? That seems super unlikely, because, as you will soon see, baby monitors are, at any given moment, just as likely to capture imagery of the recently born as they are likely to capture imagery of the no longer born. 3 ghosts spotted being jerks to babies on electronic monitors. Number 3. Baby monitor catches ghostly figure walking around girl's crib. Daily Mail, Kennedy News and Media. As the following video contains only 13 seconds of actual footage, followed by the same footage slowed down again, there is not a lot to work with, but we shall break it down nonetheless, to the best of our abilities. According to the video's description, posted on the Daily Mail's YouTube channel on the 25th of March 2019, there is a baby in this crib, and its name is Lily Bro. Lily has been accused by her mother of waking up one day with 3 scratches on her cheek, something Lily's mother believes is simply not possible. According to her theory, children, even babies, are unable to injure themselves at such a young age, owing to the fact that they are so inept, which should come as a great relief to less than careful parents everywhere. What should not come as a relief to parents, however, and should probably promote the exact opposite feeling in them, is what is captured here on Lily's monitor. Attempting to determine the cause of Lily's injuries, her mother checks the baby monitor that has been installed in her room. Unfortunately, the camera Lily's parents have chosen shoots at an uncommon Dutch angle, as opposed to the Americanized angle that we are used to, creating an odd diamond-shaped image that, when forced to conform to square or rectangular monitor shapes, make it appear that the camera is installed incorrectly, haphazardly, or lazily. The infrared floodlight of this strange Netherlandian camera shines off of a shelf below and in front of it, reflecting the light awkwardly into the ceiling, which casts darkened, muddying shadows about the room, another testament toward advanced American engineering. In the background of the image, a lightish smear works its way across the screen, right to left, and is totally a ghost, and totally not computational artifacting based upon the camera's interpretation of motion triggered by the child's actual movements. The ghost, which has likely channeled all of its spirit energy for the evening toward whispering ghostly EVP nothings into the spirit box of an easily startled teenager, is unable to manifest enough electromagnetic power to tap the remote's "I'm still watching" button, and leaves, perturbed, without learning the shocking end to Dateline. Commenters seem to agree that, while the most frightening thing captured on video here is absolutely the child-slashing ghost, the most frightening concept captured is that, without the clear ghost evidence presented, the video would simply appear to show the apathy with which exhausted parents can act once they believe technology they don't understand has all of their bases covered for them, and the lengths to which they will go to explain away a scratch that may or may not have occurred on their perfect parenting watch. Thankfully, this is not the case. Number 2. Baby monitor catches orb. Cron 4 News. Once again, Mahanahan fans, we are working with less than 30 seconds of footage on this next clip, so please pay attention. This video from Cron 4 News, servicing the San Francisco Bay Area, was submitted by parents that likely don't understand cinematic lens flares and may have forgotten that spiderwebs are a thing, but managed to collect evidence of a ghostly intruder all the same. Unfortunately, filming the already low-resolution baby monitor screen with a cell phone successfully decreases video quality to the point that we cannot be sure whether we are for certain seeing a baby in the crib, or perhaps some sort of cabbage that rocks slowly back and forth against its own will, a horror theme explored in great detail in the works of science fiction writer Hewlett Packard Lovecraft. At the Mounds of Cabbage is one of my personal favorites, but may be challengingly spooky for some of our more easily scared viewers. At 4 seconds, the lighted spiderweb makes its first appearance, reflecting at close range the IR light being produced by the surprisingly Hollandian night vision camera. Odd. That's 2 in a row now. There must have been a clearance sale over at Nederlanden Kinderfototostel.nl. The blurry, out-of-focus, low-resolution ball of reflected light moves from right to left across the surface of the spiderweb, as if the spider itself were a tiny arachnid J.J. Abrams directing a new Star Trek film. Then leaves frame, screen right. The ghost controlling the spider's web cleverly maneuvers the silk in a complicated and precise straight line pattern, so that the lens flare appears to pass over, or come out of, the small body of the thing in the crib, helping to fortify the idea that some sort of crazy stuff is happening. The ghost controlling the spider's web then ceases all activity, leaving the baby or cabbage to simply wiggle a bit, and its parents to baffle slack-jawed at this strange new reality. With a trickster spirit like this in the house, it is highly likely that the thing in the crib will be dead within a number of months, or if not months, years. As an expert in the field of paranormal activities with years of advanced study of the unstudyable, I am afraid that my only suggestion is to immediately abandon the property and all property on the property and move, at what will likely be a significant financial loss and burden upon the young family, to a location determined to be unhauntable by the Paranormals staffers. Like the hollowed-out shell of an old Quiznos. The scent of toasted rosemary and sage hoagie-style rolls tend to linger indefinitely. Number 1. Apparition of small child caught by Irish family while testing out baby monitor. The hidden underbelly. At first I questioned the purpose of calling out the family as Irish in the title, but after examining the footage, I believe this was done to prevent uninformed Americans from assuming that the woman speaking has a speech impediment.
One sec, let me check if I can get your face.
While this video is significantly longer than the last two, a good portion of it is taken up by this professionally sourced logo and intro screen, again limiting our footage, but this time to roughly 1 minute in length. The Irish family is setting up an Irish baby monitor, not a Dutch one, revealed by the shape of the screen and the number of buttons surrounding it. Immediately, at the 9-second mark, a creature appears, red eyes and dark gaping maw of a mouth, leering over the baby of the crib. Or, what is that, a hamster? That's not the ghost? My mistake. Let us keep watching. Ah, got it. For 3 frames, a dark, raisin-like thing, misidentified in the title as a small child, is seen in this bathroom doorway. I mean, if it is a small child, it has a face only its mother could love. Come on. This is clearly a spirit. And then, it is gone, as if edited from existence. We do not see the shape move from the doorway, but rather watch it vanish between frames. In fact, while watching the video frame by frame, we are able to note that the shape seems to brighten or become partially transparent in the frame directly preceding the one from which it vanishes. While this could be considered a simple and common mistake made by an inexperienced video editor that doesn't know the difference between frames and fields, which would honestly then cast doubt upon the legitimacy of the entire scenario, we here at Coffee Stained Media know that creating such a video and then displaying it upon the baby monitor in question would have taken minutes, if not slightly longer, to accomplish. But why anyone would go through the minimal time and efforts required to fake such evidence if the only potential results are fame, notoriety, and increased ad revenue based upon increased YouTube view counts remains unsolved. What, I cannot say that something will remain unsolved? BuzzFeed does not own that verbiage, you know. Those guys aren't even there anymore.